see sa re ga ma pa da ni sa in the Vedic music, the 7 scales. Are attributed to 7 animals. And you will see these animals will only they make noise or sound only to that tune. Elephant, though elephant is so big, its pitch is very high, it says ni, nishad. Music, in music, the ni comes from elephant. Pa comes from birds, nightingale. Ma comes from cows and goats and sheep. Like each animal has only one particular tune that they can sing, or their voice is in particular scale. Human system has the entire range. So avidyaya mrityum tirtva, get over the death through these specific different disciplines in life. If you are sick, take medication or do the particular exercises, chant particular mantras, you get over that. But that's not going to give you immortality. That's not going to give you bliss. That's not going to bring you liberation. But it is essential. When someone is sick, medication is essential. But when they are normal, then they look forward towards freedom, liberation, something higher. The immortality you achieve by vidya, the higher knowledge. So both has relevance. That's what here they say. The manifest has its relevance, the unmanifest has its own relevance. One cell multiplies itself and becomes an embryo. An egg and sperm, when they conjoin, they become one cell, and that embryo, when it grows bigger, then it knows exactly where the eyes, where the ears should happen, where the heart, and it is all different. The texture of eye is not the same as the nail. The nails are not the same as the hair. And that's not the same as the kidneys. Though it is one human body, yet it is so different. Each part is different. This is what is the Deva. The level of Devas is, though the Atman is one, but the Devas are many. Deva, the divine energy. In Christianity you say Father, Son and the Holy Spirit. In Islam it's the Farishtes, Gabriel and other Farishtes are there. Here in India they classify the Paramatma and Devata, Adhyatmik, Adidaivik and Adibhautik. 3 levels they have said. We say Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Right? There are, on 3 levels you can get disturbed. One is the physical, second is the metaphysical, third is the causal, Adhyatmik, on the level of the self. So, to bring peace to these 3 levels, we say Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace here, there. As in Christianity, it said one Holy Spirit. Father is the infinite, omnipresent God. Son, the human form. And then the Holy Spirit is that energy. Now here the Holy Spirit is not one, but it has diverse functions, characters, qualities and functions. And the Vedas deal with this. Particular thing, particular part of the body is connected to particular deva. As I said yesterday, the connection between the macrocosm and microcosm is established here, and specific actions for it. So where do the devas live? Are they living somewhere in another planet? Say no. Aprakrita divya manusha rupam. There is no physical body to the devas. They are only light bodies. What? Light bodies. And the path for them is where do they stand? Where do they establish themselves? In the mantras, sounds. See, it's one electricity that somewhere has become light, somewhere has become air. When the fan is rotating, the same electricity is producing air. Somewhere it is producing sound. And their functions are all different. And one electricity is providing us with all this. If you say, no, in the electricity I'm only going to use it only for lighting, not for air conditioning, then you are somewhere losing it, missing the point. Do you get it? So similarly, this one infinite being, self, that is what you are, but in you, there is differences, there is diversity. Your eyes cannot be your nose and it cannot be your ears. Eyes can only do eyes function, nose can only do function of the nose. When this much difference is inside, this is sambhuti and asambhuti. You must recognize the differences and you must recognize the unity. Whether someone pinches your cheek or pulls your ears, you do feel it. That's only one person who is feeling both. Correct? You can't say, I'm only here or I'm only my cheek. Yet, they have different functions. And that is what this whole universe is all about. Though one consciousness creates itself into this diverse universe, it's only one thing, yet it is many. Someone who catches hold of only the one thing is going into darkness. Someone who catches of the many is also going to darkness. Deeper darkness. So one has to understand both. That is, classical chemistry, the periodic table, is as important as the quantum mechanics of unification. This is the message. You know? Is it clear? See, if you have cough, you have a particular medicine for cough. You can't take that which you take for when your tummy is upset. Correct? In the same way, to gain specific results, specific mantras or specific acts are used, and that is what is the science of the Vedas.
हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्तेन सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषण्ण पावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये. The truth is veiled by a golden vessel. O Pushan, uncover the veil so that I may behold the truth.
The very quest for truth itself is a sign of blossoming of human potential. Now, in the quest for truth, the paradigm plays an important role. Shift in paradigm has to happen. Because those who believe in many cannot comprehend one, and those who comprehend one cannot comprehend the many. We say God should be one. Why should He be one? Why should God be one? Why He should not be many? Because if there are many, then there could be conflict. What makes us comfortable is if it's only one, very comfortable. Do you see what I'm saying? It's correct. If it is too many or many, if God is many, then how could God be omnipotent? This issue comes. Now, here is another paradigm. It says, yes, but God need not be in the same costume all the time. God can come in any costume. He can come in the 90s in the night, in the track pants when he goes to gym. When he goes to office, he can go in 3-piece suit or whatever. Why do you restrict the expression of the one into just has to be one? It could be many. God can come in the form of a punk, colored hair and walking in the streets of London. It could be anything. And that's why the Rishi said this entire universe is its manifestation, is its own form. Virupebhyo Vishwarupebhyascha vo namo nama. This morning Rudrabhishek they chant. There's such depth in these words. Virupebhyo means no form. Vishwarupebhyo, all the forms in the universe are His. The tribal people or the native people all over the world, whether it's British Columbia's, Windsor, British Columbia, or in the Maori tribe of New Zealand, or in Australia, you will find the native people, they honor the directions. They honor the direction. They honor the mountains. For them, mountains are sacred. Rivers are sacred. Trees are sacred. Here in India, trees are considered very sacred. The idols that they keep in temple, that's not important at all. Idols came much later, but below the idol there was a diagram. There is a yantra that is kept. That is important. What is this yantras? They are like the circuit diagrams. If you open a transistor, do you know that there is this little circuit diagrams? We don't understand what is that, but an electronic engineer knows that. Yeah, this circuit diagram has to be like this to catch certain waves. That's when it absorbs out electromagnetic waves. These earth circles have been forming in different parts of the world. If you have seen National Geographic magazine sometime, or seen that, there is a whole lot about how the geometries are getting formed in the creation and in the wheat fields of Scotland. How many of you have seen this? Raise your hand. Yeah. And if you see that, it is just the yantras that the ancient rishis have cognized and said. You know, there was a Buddhist monk here a couple of days back from China, mainland China. They have a huge big monastery there, very well known. This person in meditation had this experience of Star of David, the Shatkona, an experience. So she went in search of it, the meaning, want to know more about this. And this person, when this nun went to Israel, because that is when it's very prominently displayed, you know, the flag of Israel has Shatkona. There are two ancient civilizations on this planet. One is the Vedic, the second is the Hebrew tradition of the Judaized tradition. And both have one common symbol, that is Shatkona. Of course, it is in Buddhism, Jainism, and all other religions which followed, they also use that. It is not someone's imagination, it is an experience that has come up. So she went in search of it. She said she went for many days, many years there, looking for some meaning, some explanation about it. And finally she landed up here. And when she found it here, said, yeah, this is what I've been looking for. This energy, this feeling, this elevation. So all these temples are based on these mantras and yantras. This is what is important. There's a proverb in Sanskrit that says, Archakasya prabhavena shila bhavati shankara. It is by the effort of the worshipper, a stone turns into divinity. Not on its own, but it is your consciousness, the faith or the intention in you to invoke the prana in that. That a stone can also respond to you or represent to you the infinity. And all these pujas are done with the yantras. Yantra is the main thing, means the diagram. So the Star of David with a dot inside in the middle becomes Ganesh yantra. Flowers around it with a circle becomes Durga yantra. And what is the difference between Ganesha and Durga? Yeah, specific mantra, specific impact. So these are the devatas. This is what Lord Krishna also said. Trayi Vidya, three type of vidyas the Vedas proclaim. And that gives you different comforts in life. When there are obstacles coming, think of Ganesh. You know, wherever you put your attention, that strength comes. And elephant is the strongest element. When you think of elephant, you feel like an elephant. I mean, your consciousness, because there is an exchange that is happening between the viewer and what is being viewed. The subject-object relation gets established. The perceiver has an impact on the perceived and vice versa. Isn't it? What is this theory called? In physics, this is called, in theory of relativity, is one of the, that is, you are looking at an object and Because you are looking, the object is already changing, is changed. So you have an impact on the devas and devas have an impact on you. And what are the devas? Everything is devas. What? The fire is deva, air is deva, water is deva, apsu devata. Water is deva, is one of the devas. Fire is deva, sun is a deva. Make good use of them all. Honor them. Which the ancient people of every civilization has been doing. They would honor sun, they would honor air, not pollute air, they would not pollute rivers. If you go to a tribal village, you will see they keep the village much cleaner than any cities. There is so much more cleanliness there. You can't find garbages lying around in any forest. Animals keep the forest clean. Have any one of you been on any safari? How many of you have been on some safari? When you go into forest, you find it's so clean, so pure. Nature knows how to maintain itself, and we need to maintain nature. We honor the nature. Nature will honor us. This is yajna. Yajna means honoring the elements of nature. Yajna has three aspects. Deva Puja is honoring the divinity, acknowledging the benefit that they gave you. Honoring the divinity in its diverse manifestations. Honoring the river, honoring the mountains, honoring the trees, honoring animals, honoring human beings. This is Deva Puja. And then Sangati Karana, getting everyone along, taking everyone along and moving. See, you see a good movie, you don't say, I have seen good movie, I want to keep it to myself, I'm so happy. If you try to hold on to your happiness, it's not going to stay with you. You have to spread happiness. In isolation, you can't be happy. Suppose you are living in a family of 6, 7 people. If one of them is unhappy, can you be happy? Huh? That somewhere pricks you. Oh, that one person is unhappy. And it is pricked. So what will be your effort? Your effort is to make everybody happy. But you are making any effort physically, mentally, emotionally, does it work? It doesn't work. How can someone be happy? Only two possibilities. Number one, through knowledge. Induct knowledge into them. Knowledge is a vaccination which keeps you away from the flu of misery. Knowledge is the vaccination, Like you have polio drops. Knowledge is that polio drop and keep people away from depression. This is essential, knowledge. Second, suppose they are not ready to receive knowledge, your prayer. Pray to that infinity, pray to the devas. Let them be happy. And let them get some interest in knowledge. This intention. Left brain people would say intention, the right brain people would say prayer. Prayer has that emotional touch. Sankalpa, our intention, has that tarkic touch or logical touch to it. A wise would say both are the same. Wise one would say both are the same. In fact, maybe the prayer is little more stronger because emotion is always much stronger than any thought process. So if one person in the family is not happy, you cannot be fully happy. So what you do? You do some karma, some activity, some action to make them also happy. In the same way, if the whole society is unhappy, if there is a threat around you, or if there is an emergency in your state or in your country or in your city, can you be at peace? No, impossible. You can't say, I want to have clean air only in my home. If the city does not have clean air, forget about it, your home cannot have clean air. So you have to work for that. If one plastic is burnt, it can produce enough dioxin to destroy the health of thousands of people. So you have to make that effort to educate people not to burn the plastic. And we have to make that effort to create happiness. If you spread happiness, then your happiness gets sustained. If you spread knowledge, your knowledge sustains. In Sanskrit it said, Nalpe sukhamasti yovai bhuma tat sukham. It's in another Upanishad. Because it is very relevant here, I am quoting this. In the smallness, there is no happiness. That which is big and great, happiness is there. That's why the mind is always running for something bigger. It is in search of happiness. Here they say, what the Rishi say? Hiranmayena patrena. This mind is on a run for some greater thing. And it is looking for all these glittering things. Something bigger. But truth is hidden underneath this glittering sheath of happiness, of charm, of love and all that one aspires. And you pray, please unveil this and let me have the glimpse of the truth. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham tatvam pushan apavrino satya dharmaya drishtaye. For me to recognize truth and dharma, O my divine, O Pushan, O my divine, you only can unveil this. Please unveil. Remove this glittering sheath that's on the truth. Whatever mind can achieve by its own effort is always smaller than the mind. Whatever an ego feels it has achieved by its effort can only be smaller than that. See, if I say I have gotten it, I got it because it comes within my hands, within my grip. I cannot get something which is beyond my grip or which is bigger than my efforts. Are you getting what I am saying? So whatever you achieve with your effort is always smaller than you. Got it? Anything you may achieve, whatever, the highest in the world, but still, if you have achieved, it is smaller than you. And it is not worth. It's not worth. It's not worth. So what is worth? That comes to you as a gift, as grace, as a blessing. And that's exactly, he says, my mind is running after the Hiranmayena Patrina, the golden vessel. It's the glittering, the outer shell. The mind is running after that. But oh my divine, oh my dear, please remove the sheath, unveil this so that I can see the truth and my dharma. Next.
पूषन्ने कर्षेयमसूर्य प्राजापत्य व्यूहरश्मीन् समूहतेजः यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत्ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि. O Brahman, thou art the nourisher, the solitary traveller, the controller, the acquirer, and the son of Prajapati. Do spread your rays and gather your brightness so that I may be able to see or realize your divine form by your grace, and thereby realize the ultimate reality that I am the Purusha that is present in everything.
Sohamasmi, I am that. This realization I have to have. For that what? I am seeing all the differences, all these different devas. Prajapati, Aryama, the definite qualities of the consciousness, and then the Purusha, the imperishable consciousness, as distinct from the manifest. 8 elements of creation. 8 elements, you know? Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intellect and ego. These are the 8 manifestations of Prakriti, nature. Beyond this nature, the consciousness, the Purusha. And in the Purusha, before the Purusha, the different aspects of devas. Pushan, Yama, Surya, Prajapati, all different aspects of consciousness. Let me see all this, and then the Purusha, and realize I am that. They are all in me. Different parts of the body and the whole, that which connects all the parts of the body. And I am that Purusha, Soham Asmi, I am that. Soham, I am Asmi, I am that.
वायुरनिलम अमृतमथेदं भस्मान्तगं शरीरम् ॐ कृतो स्मर कृतगं स्मर कृतो स्मर कृतगं स्मर. O Self, let me shed the mortal awareness. Let my prana merge in the immortal prana. Let me remember what I have become aware of right now.
Our body is air, vayu, anilam, fire, water, earth, all these elements, and finally this body is going to become ashes. In the mind, remember all that you have done, all that you have done. Offer all that you have done finished, that's done and it's gone. So, taking your mind through all the actions, you become free from those actions, impressions of those actions. This is actually a meditative technique here. You know, we seldom remember that we are going to die one day. We live here as though we are going to be here forever. When someone dies, we say, oh, poor guy died. You're not realizing you're going to die one day. We don't realize this. It doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in Chennai or Mangalore or Mumbai or Delhi or Germany or Singapore. You're going to die one day. This body of yours is going to become ashes. And how you want to leave this body? Miserable? Full of desires? Full of cravings? How do you want to, when you want to exit from the body, how do you want to exit? Knowing you are Brahman or clinging on to some little things here and there? Anger against somebody, frustrations, and aversion and anger. We want to live with that? Better not. Better remember all that you did and get it off your head. Get it off your consciousness. Krito smara, kritam smara. Remember it, recollect it, and let go. Om krito smara. Dissolve them in the Om. All that you did. Become fresh and alive again. When you remember, this body is going to be just ashes. Suddenly newness comes up in you. A new life force gushes in you. You are as innocent as a child. Fresh, alive and kicking. Not kicking and screaming. Fresh, alive. Ready to know, ready to grasp. Every moment this realization that things are all perishable, everything is perishing. Even cells in your body are dying every day. The awareness of death should bring in more life into you. That is knowledge. In wisdom, the awareness of death brings more life. In ignorance, awareness of death brings depression. This is the difference. Wisdom is when you think of your death, oh, I'm going to die one day. You become more alive, more wise, more loving, more compassionate, more content. Knowledge of death is complementary to living. You know, people who commit suicide, they want to leave. The craving, this is called jiveshana. The craving to live, craving for pleasure makes them kill themselves. Why they kill themselves? They want pleasure, more pleasure. There is no patience or tolerance. There is no endurance of misery. Unfortunately, they come back to experience much more misery, multiplied. And that is why I would say the spiritual education should be inducted to every child on this planet. He knows about his own mind. He knows about that this body is made up of 5 elements, and what is my mind, what is intellect, what is memory, what is ego, and if there is something beyond which I should strive for it. You can't give him Brahma Gyan or the Atman knowledge immediately, but at least you give them the first step of that which is not Atman. At least they go in the path analysis, a logical conclusion to the apparent existence, which causes or creates lot of chaos, confusion and questions in young minds. This is essential. This not only provides them with a broader vision or yearning for higher knowledge, a quest for truth, it also makes them a good citizens, better citizens in the planet. No mother on this planet wants their children to be terrorists. No mother wants their children to be. Unless they are so brainwashed that they think they are going to give the child to God. No mother wants their children to be miserable. But they simply don't know how to prevent them from getting into this rut they are in. That is where the spiritual knowledge is so relevant.
Agnenaya supatharaye asman vishwani deva vayunani vidwan yuyodhyasmajjuhuranameno bhuvishtham te nama uktim vidhema. O Agni, you who know all the deeds, lead us on the right path for the enjoyment of the fruits of our actions, destroy and remove our sins. To you we offer our homage.
You know what Agni means? Agni means one who goes in the front, the leader. And who leads you in your life? Your viveka, your discrimination. The fire in you leads you forward. The life force in you is the fire, is Agni. Agni is not the material fire that you sit in front of. The fire in you, the fire of consciousness is really the Agni, which moves you forward. It not only moves you forward, it leads everyone others also. Someone is moving ahead, is not moving alone, brings everyone also along. A leader is Agni. And anyone who finds is a leader. And the fire in you, the life force in you leads you. Your intellect leads you. And this Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan. You know all the divine impulses. The Agni knows, the leader knows, the divine knows, the Guru knows, the self knows all the devas, all the aspects of the devas. And so this is a prayer, you lead us. Naya Supataraye, where I find comfort here and comfort within and without, both. Rai means wealth. Wealth is not just money. Wealth is your confidence. Wealth is your generosity. Wealth is your character. Your talent. Everything is called Rai. Rai means wealth. So Agni, lead me to this path. Supatha, the right path, good path. Asman, not just me, us, everybody. No? Lead us. It's not saying lead me alone. It's a collective prayer. Agninaya supatharaye asman vishwani deva vayunani vidwan. The psychologists say what is called mob psychology. And usually mob psychology is only destructive. Most of the time. But if that is turned into something very creative, productive, benevolent to the world, there's nothing like that. So, the prayer is, let the negativity which bother, which restricts us, which keeps us away from this realization I am the infinity, be removed from me. Again, like from my effort, whatever I do to achieve is much smaller than me. From my effort, I try to get rid of whatever is no good in me, is yet really incomplete. This is more so with the alcohol anonymous people. People who are addicted to drugs and alcohol, they feel so helpless. They know they want to get out of it, they cannot. And what do the counselors tell them? Give it to higher power. What the psychologists say? I was told this is one of those 12-day program. In that one of these days, you surrender. See, this is my addiction, this is my wrong thing, my negativity, I cannot get rid of it. You please take over. And you don't know what the higher power is. There is some power, just give it away to it. This is what they say, right? And many people have come out of it. And this is nothing new. The ancient rishis always said that if there is any blemishes in me, any weaknesses in me, you please take care of it. I offer that to you. This is the only offering. What? That which I cannot bear, I don't want to bear, I offer it to you, surrender it to you. Bhuishtam te nama uktim. Again and again. It's not just once. You can't say, I surrender. Last year I just, gave it up and it has come back again. So, I say again and again and again, I offer my salutation to you. Again and again, I recognize you in me. This is what said. Nama uktim videma, again and again. A mother told the boy to, and the boy would sit and say ditto and go to bed. And mother asked, what do you say? I told you to prayer, you are saying some ditto, that soon you finished your prayer. I said, Mom, what is the point in repeating yesterday? I said it, and every day I only say ditto, the same thing. Bless everybody, ditto. Mom said, okay, tomorrow breakfast also I will say ditto. Every day we eat, again we feel hungry. We are not bored doing it again and again. Every day we sleep so many hours. We are not bored. Nobody ever says, oh, I feel so bored going to bed every night. Have anyone said that? I feel so bored to use toilets or bored to eat every day. No. Also do a little prayer in the morning, in the afternoon, the evening, anytime. That's what this prayer. The prayer simply reconnects you. It kindles that awareness. Reconnects. In fact, it's wrong to say reconnect. Makes you aware of your connection. See, activity makes you forget the being. In activity, you tend to forget. In prayer, you try to remember, recollect that you are much bigger than what you think you are. You are bigger than the actor that you are or perceiver that you are. We are playing the role of actor and perceiver all the time, not the being. You are the being as well. Soham, I am that. That happens in Vishram or rest and Nirvikar. Nirvikar is blemishless and relaxation, rest. See, have you noticed this? When you want to listen to something very keenly, what do? You close your eyes. You say, wait. You close them. You listen like that, right? In perception is limited. So, if you want to look something very keen, you don't want any sound or any noise. I say, shh, keep quiet. I'm looking at something. If you want to distract someone who is doing the star gazing through telescope, the astronomical lesson in the classroom, you have to watch where the Jupiter is or where the comet is and all that. Suppose you are watching it and play some music and people feel very irritable. I say, shut up, all that music, I'm looking at something. If you want to look at the heavenly bodies, the astronomers, they want completely quiet atmosphere where there is no noise. Then your eyes are fully into it. See, why in meditation you should close your eyes? Why? Eyes open, your consciousness is flowing outside, is grabbing things around, it is in an action. Meditation is inaction. All the five senses are only action. Hearing is an action, touching is an action, tasting is an action, seeing is an action. Now, from action to the actor you want to go. Right? We want to shift our attention from the action to the actor. So what is the way? So close your eyes, close your ears, don't close your nose. Close your mouth. This is one way of taking. Then what happens? The mind gets consolidated inside. The energy which is going out gets consolidated. This is one way. The other way is, as I said, listen to, like mantra chanting you heard this morning. You are listening to the chanting as though it's a shower. You are taking a shower of the chanting. So when you want to listen, close your eyes and listen. When you want to see something, when you want to put a tratak, keep a lamp, keep a candle in front of you and just gaze at it. Nothing at that time. Eyes open. Or keep your attention at 30 degrees in front of you. See, every position of your eyes triggers certain emotions or certain feelings in your brain, in your cerebral cortex. You know this? How many of you know this? Different eye positions trigger something. Correct? How many of you don't know? Oh. Suppose you look like this, your attention on right side up. You know what that? Where did I keep my key? When you want to remember something, your eyes automatically go. Where? Right side up. When you have doubt about somebody, something, your eye go left side up. What is this person up to? What is he up to? Can I trust him or not? Trust issues and doubts, your eye look left side up. When you look both eyes up like this, that is daydreaming. Wow. What if I become president of America? What if I get $1 billion? Both eye up. And look, if you look downward like this, left side down, say, don't you know who I am? And left side is whom you think you are. Right? And if you have some guilt in your mind, then the eye moves like this, very quick. I can't do this properly. You talk to somebody, and especially when they are guilty, their eyes will move like this. Eyeballs will quickly move this way, this way, this way, this way. And if your eyes are at 30-degree angle, that means you are introvert. You are not looking at anything. In 30-degree here, your mind becomes still there. Eyesight becomes still. And the mind is going introvert. You are only conscious of your body, your breath. And you are away from the scenery. You have removed yourself from scenery. This is what Lord Krishna says in Gita. One of the techniques he says. Not that you have to follow only that one technique. There are many. But the one of the technique he says, keep your attention the tip of the nose in front of you. Tip of the nose means 30 degrees. Keep your eyes, gaze fixed at that. But don't see Dishascha Navalokain. Don't see any direction. Don't see any direction means you are not supposed to see this is east, west, north, south, any direction. Don't see any side. So when you put your attention, automatically the mind is going inward. This is one way. But Lord Buddha said just close your eyes. No need to keep your eyes open. Mahavir also said just close your eyes. Lord Shiva said close it only 98%. Keep it open, just crack open. If you see Lord Shiva's picture, the eyes are crack open, just a little bit. Why? Eyes closed, you may get lost in an inner world of fantasies, of dreams. Or you may fall asleep. Eyes open, you get lost in the Panchabhutas, the 5 elements of the scenery of 5 elements. So this is Sandhya, means somewhere in between, neither outside nor inside, neither awake nor asleep, neither awake nor asleep, somewhere in between. This is only to begin with. Little effort only in the beginning. Later on you should let go of the effort. Samadhi is when the effort is dropped. Got it? Yeah? You don't have to sit 1 hour, 2 hours for meditation. Even short time, you can gain the depth. Provided you have this vairagya, everything is finished. Got it? Everything is becoming ashes. Nothing exists. No concern. Just turn back and see 10 years back, 15 years back, 5 years back. How many hours you have spent being anxious? You are anxious whether you will pass the exams or not. Before that you were anxious whether you will get an admission in the college, school or not. Just recollect, and then whether you will get a job or not, whether your business will run or not, whether you will get married or not, whether you will child or not, blah 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 blah. How many hours of anxiety we have lived in our life. And through all these tough periods, a light has been with you, guiding you step by step, giving you comfort or not. Tell me. Tell me. It's been giving you comfort. Then why do you worry now? Agni Naya Supatharai. Agni is going to give you a beautiful path in front of you. It's going to lead you through. The divinity is going to lead you to such comfort, such truth. Why you are having anxiety now? Of course you are not. No. Anybody is having anxiety here? This is what is faith is. What has done before, it's going to do now. It will happen. Only the best will happen to me. For yogis, this must be your conviction. Only one conviction. What? Only the best will happen to me. Anything that happens, that will be for the best. Got it? All be done. That is full completeness. Anytime if you feel bogged by some particular event or a person bothering you, just sit and see. Finished. Everything is going to finish. This body is going to become ashes, and so will that body be. How will you be jealous or angry or hateful against anybody? Got it? Everything is going to finish one day. But I will move on. I will be there forever, ever. Continue. So many lifetimes, so many times we have been here. We'll keep coming. Different roles. Upanishad is shirking away from all the roles that you have had. You have been clinging on to, and become really hollow and full. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Close your eyes. Just revise in your mind what Gurudev said. What are the things that you will follow? What are the things you really understood? And slowly you can open your eyes and turn on your cameras. Gurudev said that Atman is one, Paramatma is one, Devas are many, divine energy are many. Where are Devas? Devas are established in the mantras. Okay, then Gurudev gave an example of electricity and applications, like fan, refrigerator, TV, etc. Recognize them as separate and also see the unity in them. That all are running with electricity. If you see only the electricity, only that oneness, then you'll go into darkness. And if you see everything as separate, then you'll go in bigger darkness, greater darkness. So balance, see both. Then what did Gurudev said? It is very difficult to comprehend that him as one and also as many. But why should God not be in many? He can come in any costume. Huh? God can come in any costume. Then Gurudev spoke about yantras. The diagram, that, what do you call? Swastik we draw on the door, way Rangoli, all these have a very huge significance. Every different yantras, that diagrams bring different energy. So every statue, when you establish it, you put maybe silver, copper, and a yantra in it. So there is a proper, maybe little rice also they put. So different deity, different things you put, and different yantra you put, and that yantra brings that divine energy to planet Earth. Like different animals bring different energy to planet Earth, this yantras also do that. That's why cow, it is scientifically proven, that cow, when you circle the cow, our energy changes. And it was seen in some meter. Okay. Ha. To catch certain waves, we put a diagram that yantras to catch certain waves, and they have come as a vision and not somebody's imagination. So yes, yantras are powerful. Efforts of the worshipper, intention, faith of the worshipper invokes the life in it, in the statue, in the stone, and that which represent the infinity. Then subject and object relationship. I think there was one European who said this and got a Nobel Prize, which basically means nazar lagna. That if I look at you, or if I look at some object, that object will change a little bit because I looked at that object. And because I looked at that object, I have changed a little bit because I have looked at that particular object. So that's why Gurudev said, then when you there are many obstacles, then think of Ganpati, because then you become like an elephant, and no obstacle can stop an elephant like that. So it has an effect. So that's why all these deities, drawing also has an impact, has a reason behind it. Okay, that's why subject and object relationship. Then Gurudev said, honor all 5 elements. Honoring all 5 elements is yagna. Yagna is honoring the divinity, honoring the diverse manifestation, that is animals, river, mountains, 5 elements, whatever. All manifestation, a diverse manifestation. And then third is taking everyone along, sangha. Gurudev said so clearly, if you care only about your happiness, that happiness won't stay. You have to take everyone along. That is Sangachatvam. Let's move together. That's why I keep saying, bring more and more people to the knowledge. Gurudev today said the same thing. Bring more and more people to the knowledge, because that is the vaccination for them. True knowledge. And that alone can bring happiness. And if that doesn't happen, then you pray that some interest in them invokes for this true knowledge. So do these 2 things. First, bring them to true knowledge. Second, pray to the infinite, pray to the devas, so that they get some interest in this true knowledge. Anyhow, in any which way, yoga for good health. Okay, come, it will give you good health. Yoga to lose weight. Okay, come, it will help you lose. Yoga to get rid of asthma. Yes, come, it will help. So whatever way you can bring them to the true knowledge. If you cannot, then pray. Prayer and sankalpa both are same. Then Gurudev said prayer is little bit more stronger because it has emotions behind it. And intention, sankalpa, is more logical. Okay. If the city is polluted, you cannot have your house air clean. If the city air is polluted, you cannot have your house air clean. So think of the society, bring more and more people into this knowledge. Okay. Then the next sutra, Gurudev said, in smallness, there is no happiness. In smallness, there is no happiness. Mind is always in a run for some glittering thing. But the truth is underneath that glitter. So Gurudev says, or in Ishvasya it said, that pray pray to unveil this glittering cover or the wrapper or whatever. Huh? Let me see the truth and the dharma. Huh? What your mind and ego, then Gurudev said, whatever your mind and ego by efforts can achieve, it's smaller than you and it's not worth. What is worth then? Whatever you achieve with efforts is smaller than you and it is not worth. It is important, but it is not worth your whole life. Food is important, but that doesn't mean 24 hours you keep working for food. No, do put little effort for food, it's fine. Okay, then what is worth? That comes to you as a gift, that comes to you as a bliss, that comes to you as a blessing. Then Gurudev spoke about Soha. I am that. This realization, definite quality of consciousness, then the Purusha, that, not the manifest, the beyond the eight manifest, the Purusha, the imperishable, which is different from the eight manifestation. Then it's beyond different devas also. Gurudev spoke about a couple of devas. It's beyond that also. That is Purusha. Soham Asmi. I am that. Then Gurudev said, we don't remember that we are going to die. And he said, this can be a very good meditation. If we all wait, we can do a small meditation also. Why not? We don't remember we are going to die. The body will become ashes. How you want to live this body? Clinging on to little things or as a Brahman, as a Soham Asmi. Get it off your consciousness. All these small things you're clinging on to, little things. Recollect and let go. Just close your eyes, recollect some person who said something and you're still clinging on to. Recollect that, let it come out, and then let go. Let go to the Om, into the Om, surrender to the Om. Okay, this is a very good technique. Rishi Nitya Pragyaji used to emphasize on this technique. Breathe in, remember, breathe out, surrender to the divine. Immediately throw it out of your system. Otherwise you are, if you do this, let's see the positive side. Then what happens? Then you are fresh, alive and kicking. Not sad and kicking, frustrated and kicking. No, fresh, alive, happy and kicking. Innocent as a child, ready to grasp knowledge. More content, more confidence, more happy, more blissful, more joyful, everything. So throw it out of your system, of your consciousness. Everything is perishable. This awareness is wisdom. In wisdom will bring you a lot of happiness and make you more alive. What difference it makes? He is also going to die. I am also going to die. What difference it makes if that person respects me or not? This comes contentment. Okay. Then Gurudev said, very important, suicide, kids committing suicide and everything. That's why spiritual education should be given to every child. Gurudev emphasizes on it. That spiritual knowledge should be given to every child. We are doing an art excel happening from 16th of this month, May. So bring kids. It's very important. Okay. Spiritual education should be given to every child so that they never would even think of committing suicide. Think kids are the future of this world. They commit suicide for tiny bit, small things. It's not good. And if we know the prevention, we can prevent it. If we can do it, bring them in art excel. And then we don't do, that is pragya aprad. It's a crime. It's a very big crime. That's what Gurudev said. Now, what you can do and you don't do, it's a big crime. So bring kids into this knowledge. Then the quest for the truth will come in them. Then the quest for the truth will come in them, and it will make them a better citizen. Okay. And however you can bring, make it interesting and bring. Don't tell them you'll get some knowledge or this or that. No, you will not get any preaching and everything. Just skillfully bring them. Okay, then Gurudev spoke about Agni. Agni who leads, like your Viveka, discrimination, that fire, the life force in you that makes you move. Huh? Even in nature, anything that moves is because of fire. Huh? Inside you also, it's a fire that moves, even outside. Then Gurudev spoke about wealth. What is wealth? Your confidence, your generosity, your character, all these things are the wealth. Huh? And then Gurudev spoke about surrender. How in psychiatrist practice also they are now using it. That surrender which you cannot bear. Surrender that which you cannot bear. Huh? Again and again. Like that kid praying every night. Huh? Again and again. Huh? In activity we forget. In prayer we recollect. Huh? That and it will happen when in rest and blemish nirvikar, when you're 100% there, intention. Huh? Then Gurudev spoke about the ability of senses are limited. That's why when you want to hear, we close our ears. Huh? Okay. Samadhi is when effort is dropped. There is a light which has always been there. See, we don't look back. We are worrying in the present, this work will happen or not happen, what will happen to me, blah, blah, blah. All this worry, all this worry, all this worry. Just look behind. In the past, there was some light that helped you out of it, right? It is there even right now. It will take you out. Okay? Have this faith. In the past, is not happened, so it will happen in the present only. A yogi should believe very strongly that only the best will happen to me. Okay? Only the best. If there are any questions, you can ask questions. Turn on your cameras. This is so sad. Now, 100 times I have to ask, turn on your cameras, turn on your cameras. Okay, you don't want to? Don't do it. It should happen. Now, where is the fire? Now, where is the fire? Once said, turn on the cameras. It should be on. Once said, work on registration. It should be done. Once said, this should be done. If you cannot be a good follower, you can never be a good leader. If you have this thing in your mind, I'm a leader, why should I follow anybody? You cannot be a good leader if you don't know how to follow. So forget about it. Okay, any questions? Gurudev said, honor the 5 elements, honor the animals, honor the rivers, the mountains, everything. Honor the knowledge also. The way you're sitting, how you're listening, everything matters. I'm not saying always keep your back straight and sit and everything, but I see people, keep their cameras on and they are lying down and sleeping and everything. So don't be too casual. Upanishad means sitting close. There has to be some comfort level. Yes. Sit in a comfortable chair. It's fine. But if you lose that honor, then nothing will go in. Even teacher, even me, you have to honor. At least this time when you're listening to me. At least the time I'm sitting on the Vyaspeeth. It's very important because if that honor is not there, I'm not at the loss. You are at the loss. So work on the registration. It's happening on 16th. RPG, even if some kid is from London, will work out something. Okay, any questions? You can unmute. Today is the last session of Ishvasya. If anybody wants to share what they learned, in short, very short, then we'll do a short meditation also of letting go. Rishi Nitya Bagaji would always point out that some people would always sit at a corner, not mix with everybody. They are not, there is nothing in their life which is very sad. If there is, then it's a different case. But sometimes people don't have that sadness in life. Something is bad is not happening in their life, but still they cannot be alive. They cannot be the life of the party. Why? Because there is so much inside. This is not the way you want to die, right? Gurudev said, now, when you die, what kind of body you want to live? With all small thinking, clinging onto or letting go, or free. as a Brahman, Soham Asmi. Huh? So we'll meditate on that. If there are any questions, I give you 5 seconds, you can ask. Okay. Nobody wants to share? Okay, eyes closed, we'll meditate. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out, let go, relax the neck, the shoulders, the whole back, loosen them. Take more deep breath in. Breathing out, relax the face and complete body. Now think about one person. Most probably a person you don't really like. You can't get along. Breathing in. Remember one incident that you can't let go. And breathing out, let go of it. Loosen the grip of it. Let go. Surrender it to the Om. Breathe in and chant Om. Om. Now breathing in, remember the same person with different incident. And breathing out, let go of that incident. Become free. Let go completely. Surrender. Everything is anyway perishable. They are going to die. You are going to die. Why to cling on to very little insignificant thing? Breathe in and breathing out, let go. Empty yourself. Breathe in, think of the same person, different incident. And breathe out, let go. Anyways, that person is going to die. This event is going to die. What has happened is already gone. I am going to die. Everything is going to die. Everything is going to turn into ashes. Why hold on to ashes? Let go. Empty yourself. Breathing in. Think of the same person, different incident, something you cannot let go. And breathing out, let go of it completely. Same person, let go. Surrender. Breathe in for Om. Om. Empty yourself. Everyone, everything is going to perish, turn into ashes. People, places, buildings, everything, mountains, rivers. You yourself are going to perish. Body is going to die, turn into ash. This earth will turn into ashes in couple of million years, just few years from now. Sun will vanish, everything will vanish. The world in the mind will vanish. So let go of everything. Let go of it. Breathe in. Breathing out, let go completely. Breathe in for Om. Om. I am that. Soham Asmi. And that which is beyond all manifestation. Beyond all manifestation. I am beyond all Devis and Devas. Slowly come back. Become aware of your thoughts, your breath, your body, and surrounding. Bring a little movement in your fingers, in your toes. Placing the palms on the eyes, you may slowly open the eyes. Now, can you accept that person better, little better? Huh? Now, can you be little more natural in front of that person? Gaijang says yes. Okay. So honoring is very huge thing. Huh? How do you honor? With awareness and gratitude. Okay. So Jai Gurudev. We'll meet for Narad Bhakti Sutras, but before that, I really want one day we'll take out for healing with consciousness. It's a very beautiful talk by Gurudev. Let us take out little time for that also, and then we'll start Narad Bhakti. Narad Bhakti will start maybe on 16th of May or something like that. It's 18-day commitment. So you all also have to interact. You all also have to unmute, ask question, or otherwise it becomes very dull. It becomes like preaching. Then it doesn't become like an art of link course. Art of link course need to be interactive, right? If it's not, then it's like every other course, preaching. Then even the preacher gets tired. And it was, you understood now what Gurudev said. Well, good. Now let's go. Bye bye. Jai Gurudev. So that should not happen. It should be both sides. Don't kill the fire within you. Okay. Jai Gurudev. Bye bye. Work for registration. Knowledge will help
Gautam Ji, your
only if there is
meditations are
seva.
really beautiful. You should do recordings of them.
The meditation recordings, I think they are there now. It happens. It's like a yagna when we all came together. I never plan any meditation. None of the meditations are planned. They are just happens like the yantras. They just come like that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So this technique you can remember. This technique is very powerful. Kids. Last one thing I'll tell. See, kids never hold on to anything. If you have a kid at home and we scream on it, we scream on it, the moment we look away, they will immediately mimic it and throw it out of their system. They will never keep it. But for them to hold on to this innocence for longer period of time, it is very important that we bring them to the knowledge. Okay, so remove it every day. Take out 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Think of a person in the past whom you cannot accept, or you always keep thinking, I'll show him or I'll show her, I'll become better than her, or whatever, whoever, or some incident in the past. Past doesn't mean 40 years back. It can be yesterday also. It can be 40 minutes in the past also. It can be anytime. Just recollect and let go. It's very good technique. Then you'll be more natural, more alive. So do this. Gurudev has given all the tools, all the techniques. But if you don't do self-study, then all gone. So self-study and seva are the only two ways how the knowledge will get into you, become a part of you. Otherwise, gone. Okay. Jai Gurudev. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Aarti ji. Bye-bye, Gaijang. Bye-bye, Mini ji. Shilpa. Mahendra Pal ji. Jai Gurudev. Bye-bye.